Hi, it's Dawn here, and I wanted to send a message to you today to inspire you, to really show you that it's very easy to actually keep yourself in a repeating cycle of sabotage if you're not really careful and watching out for it. What happened today for me was I had a conversation with someone who is very ambitious to grow their business. And they actually came to a call with me about 12 months ago with a big vision, a big multi six figure goal, and a really compelling reason why they wanted to create it. And yet, 12 months later, hardly anything has changed for that person. And what really breaks my heart and that really inspired me to share this message is the thing that we can never get back is our time. But the thing that we do get to create differently whenever we choose it is our income and our money, and the business, especially as the vehicle to create that. And it's the reason I speak so much about personal mastery and leadership and having confidence and clarity and all those things. And especially, mastery over your time and how productive and efficient you are. Because, none of us are getting any younger. And yet, when we're not aware of our patterns, our sabotage loops, our limitations, we end up just living the same day over and over, or the same weeks, and we don't know how to break out of it. And what happens is we get ourselves into what's called a cycle of old paradigms, repeating patterns, and we can't see our blind spots. It's very, very difficult to see your own blind spot, which is your thoughts, beliefs, your limitations of what you're thinking about what is possible for you. It's very hard to spot it because you're so used to living with it. And even the people who you speak to who regularly, who are in your family or your social groups, they know you so well that they either can't see it either, or they feel too emotionally involved with you to really be direct and to really call you out on it and to hold you in a higher space of accountability and integrity to really break through it. And guess what? They've got their own stuff going on too. So we tend to just be in this dynamic of repeating and bouncing backwards and forwards between a construct of limiting beliefs. And that's often what happens in families and friend dynamics when somebody wants to do something more impactful or bigger. It's hard for their family and friends sometimes to be the supporters to help them create it. So my inspiration to make this video for you today was actually to ask you to really take a deep look at what it is that you are creating for yourself. What are you committed to creating this year, and why do you want it? What difference will it make for yourself, your family, your loved ones, if you actually got committed enough to really say enough is enough of the scarcity mindset around money and the thinking around what I feel I'm good enough to do or worthy enough to create, and all that limitation and all that kind of ego talk that comes up that holds you back. You have to learn to get past that. And I speak from a deep place of compassion because yes, I still have some of it to some degree. Yes, of course, we all do. But I've come so far in my own experience. I now know, what was holding me back. And I see it over and over and over again. Typically, what holds people back is a story around money and their personal power. Your personal power is way bigger than you think it is, and your capacity to create income fast is way greater than you think it is, but you have to be willing to do things differently and to create different steps. So just remember that the thing that you get to create when you choose it differently is your income, and that is the construct of who you're being and what you're doing. Do you have a simple strategy that's very focused and a skill set that supports you to achieve it? And you know that you can never get the time back when you waste a year or you waste 6 months. You can't get it back. So get yourself into a higher level of commitment today for yourself, and know that you're actually doing that in a loving way for the others in your life. Because when you show up stronger, when you get committed to create something very different, you make a difference for them too. So if you're watching this, I am posting a link below to my schedule. Come and speak to me, because I know what it feels like to be stuck. I know what it feels like to think that you can't do it, and yet it's not true. It just isn't true. You can have what you want. You can create results quickly when you know what to do and how to do it, and it all starts in your mind and then having a simple strategy. So I feel so passionate about this. Please don't be the one that sits there for another year with a vision and doesn't really get the progress. You know, it can happen in weeks and in at least a short number of months when you really get into that committed energy. So I'm sending you lots of love and inspiration and an invitation to get on the phone. So I hope to speak to you soon. Bye for now.